Hey everybody, I'm Joe.
And I'm Jake Daniels.
And we got the next generation Avenue 28BH behind me. Jake, what are the specs on this thing?
So we're looking at 31 feet 11 on the overall length. It's about 8,500 pounds dry and 1,600 pounds for the hitch weight. So with varying specs on different tow vehicles, this could be a great option for you.
All right, as always, why don't we take you guys inside?
Let's go.
All right, now that we're on the interior of the all-access Avenue 28BH, Jake, why did you call this the 28BH?
So with our all-access series, the overall length is a key point for us. So we want to be right around that high 20s, low 30s in that. But of course, the BH section is for a bunkhouse model.
Nice. All right, why don't we talk about that bunkhouse next?
Yeah. Historically, in floor plans like this, this wall actually doesn't exist. So what it would do is combine the entire living area with the bunk space. What we saw is we felt like we needed a little bit more separation, get a little more privacy. These bunk sizes are 42 by 74, and that's the same on the top and the bottom. In fact, this bottom bunk here, that lifts up and you have a door on the off door side here. If you want to just use this for storage, you could put extra camp gear in here, bicycles, whatever other luggage you need. But also on the door side here, we have incorporated a ladder and then a few extra cabinetries for storage on each one of these bunks.
So you got a large bunk space, you got an off campsite adventure door back there, so
Yep.
you have extra storage in that bunk room.
Yes, sir.
But when you have when the guests go back there to sleep, or the grandkids or your kids go back there to sleep, mom and dad or grandma and grandpa want to have a space to relax and watch the TV. So what's going on in this space right here, the sofa and the booth dinette?
Yep, and those two are key points that you pointed out here. So we want to be able to have the same capacity for seating as we do for sleeping, right? In some floor plans, if it just adds a bunk, well, where are you going to sit if you're eating dinner or just hanging out? So incorporating the wall with this sofa right here, this is also another sleeping area if you have extra kids hanging out. But I thought we did a great job with the dinette placement because, of course, that's right across from where the television is. And then just below your right foot there, Joe, we have this ottoman that's removable if you want to set it here, and of course the top lifts up for any extra storage.
So obviously you've got that awesome ottoman that moves anywhere you want it. There's storage inside of it. But over here I noticed the absolutely massive windows, and something seems different about this dinette here.
Yep. Yeah.
What are those?
Correct. So first off, you're 100% correct on our windows. Now that's something we do company-wide on every single brand. So although we're on a focus on a lower overall length in our All Access series, we're not taking any of those features out that everyone's come to know and love. For example, the Atrium window system. So we're still incorporating that on every floor plan. And also on this table, it's actually a floating table style. So you have a bunch of extra room down there. There's typically, with a dinette like this, you have two other options. One of which takes up a lot of room and you're kind of knocking your knees on it. The other which is more of a pedestal style. And we've historically noticed that just gets wobbly over time. So being able to incorporate that floating style that you'll see in some of our other brands onto here, I thought was a great idea.
Yeah, and I love it too. So you're not gonna knock your knee. So you're not gonna hurt. But people always need a space to sit and eat because you're going to snack throughout the day. Kids get hungry. I have two kids and they're constantly wanting food.
Yep.
So having the space dedicated and always being a booth dinette is actually an advantage when you're camping.
Yeah, and of course this sofa, again, it folds out to another sleeping area.
Yep.
And then incorporating the extra storage below each seat is a pretty good feature too.
Awesome. So now let's talk about where you guys are going to cook, the kitchen. So the kitchen's where you're going to spend a lot of time when you're camping.
Oh yeah.
What's going on in the kitchen of the 28BH here?
First thing you're going to notice, countertop space galore. Having a nice large L-shaped system here. Typically with some floor plans, you have a nice 3-burner cooktop, but if there's a pantry or some other cabinetry on each side, it's great, except the countertop space is extremely limited. So even the fact that we tapered this off, having a nice flow for the entryway, but also maximizing the solid surface countertop was a great idea. And then just above that here, this our smart TV that's on a swivel as well. So notice where the dinette is, of course, with that trifold sofa, and then we have storage right above.
Right above. So you maximize storage above.
Yes, sir.
You got soft close cabinets all the way through. And it looks like you got a residential size microwave too.
Yeah, and a lot of floor plans you're going to see that are similar to this in the industry. The microwave is more of like a dorm style. And of course, in our normal avenues, we're using a 30-inch over the range, and we're certainly using that in these all access as well.
And that's huge, especially when you have a family. This is a family camper.
Oh yeah.
So you got 3-burner cooktop stove.
Yep.
Large oven. There's storage down below, and then our drawers here, they're reinforced so they can support up to 90 pounds, so you can keep stuff in there. All your kids' junk, like my kids.
Yeah, and then right behind you we have the sound bar that's incorporated with the television as well, and more storage.
Yeah, and then of course, one of the things that typically comes up in conversation is when you have a kitchen like this, the windows sometimes are eliminated.
Oh yeah.
But at Alliance, we didn't eliminate the windows because you want to see your campsite.
Anywhere that we could put a window, we're going to do it. Plus, we have venting on every single one of these. So now you have all the cross airflow ventilation in there. And certainly around the cooktop, anytime your kitchen's right here on the campsite, you want to be able to have that visibility and, of course, more ventilation.
Yep, and then in the sink, it's a deep stainless steel sink.
Yep.
Nice faucet, and then it looks like there's a countertop extension as well, which looks like a nice butcher block piece.
Yes, sir.
Very nice. So you got this beautiful kitchen. Where are you going to store all your food and stuff during your adventures?
So not only did we incorporate plenty of wraparound upper cabinetry storage here with a couple extra drawers, your main pantry is going to be incorporated into the slide out. So let's show that next.
All right.
So in a bunkhouse model, you certainly need a lot of what my RV friend Josh the RV nerd says, storage galorage. So these kids are going to need a lot of extra room for their food and all that stuff. So we were able to incorporate this pantry right here within the slide out. You also have a motion sensing LED light as well as a 110 outlet right here in that pantry. Next to that is your 10 cubic foot 12 volt refrigerator.
All right, Jake, so you got this amazing floor plan that's highly optimized for families. Great bunk space, sleeper sofa, boothonette, highly optimized kitchen, storage, 12-volt refrigerator. But what's going on in the front of the trailer here?
Let's go take a look. So headed up the stairs, to your right, you're going to see the bathroom that incorporates a porcelain, soft close, foot flush toilet. You have a large shower, a vanity, as well as floor-to-ceiling storage. Moving into the bedroom, the first thing you're going to notice is how much room you have on each side of the bed, and that's all thanks to our 101-inch wide chassis. Typically you have a 60 by 80 bed up here, but it can kind of be crowded on either side, so that extra few inches is certainly a blessing up here. Also, you'll find outlets and USB charge ports on each side of the bed. Above the bed, you're going to have some cabinetry for extra storage, a few drawers on each side, and a closet with some extra drawers right on the front of the bed. Lastly, we have the mattress on struts that allows you to lift it up easily and maximize the storage underneath the bed.
All right, Jake, the Avenue All Access 28BH, simply put, is amazing. It's highly optimized for families. You know, I have 2 kids myself, and I would buy this floor plan today. It's under 32 feet. It has a ton of towing options at the weight class it's at. But what I want to know are what are some of the creature comforts that you're going to come to find across the board with the Avenue line?
Great question. So we already talked about incorporating the atrium window system, but everything else that we've been known for since day one is still included in here. So we're still using number and color coded wiring. You still have plumbing shutoff valves at every location. Just like our normal avenues, you also have 12-volt LED can lights that are also on dimmer switches. You also have flush floor slides. We don't use any carpet, the whole flush front upper deck as well. Combining that with our 101-inch wide chassis, those are 2 major things that, again, are a reminder up front. That's the feature set that you're going to come to appreciate every time you wake up or go to bed with all that extra room up there. Now, I do want to note that the standard equipment here for air conditioning is you get 1 air conditioner in the main level. It's optional if you want to add a second AC up front. And the OTG package, which is standard on our normal avenues, is also optional on this in case you're just doing much more traditional style of camping where you just don't need any of that footprint for dry camping.
Yep.
You can go ahead and get this unit without that and save a little bit of money as well.
Yeah, and OTG, just so you guys know, just means off the grid. So it's an off the grid package that we offer here at Alliance so that it gives you ability to dry camp. So I think that covers the inside. Why don't we take them outside?
Yeah, let's go.
All right, we'll meet you out there. All right, Jake, we got to talk about construction. How is this thing built?
So I'm glad you asked. And we build every product here at Alliance RV the exact same way. The amount of components that we use as well as the quality of components has always been a major focus. So what you're going to find in the construction of our sidewalls, and this is on the interior and the exterior of our laminated sidewalls, is a composite material. In fact, in our Avenue line, we're using a composite material in the floor as well. The roof is covered with a PVC roof membrane, and then our underbelly, that's fully covered. You get 12-volt tank heaters on every single tank. So this footprint, you know, right out of the box is very robust. It's going to last a long time and extremely low maintenance.
Nice. So you got that composite material that's, you know, it's lighter than the Luan wood that's typically found in RVs, and it's rot, mold, and mildew resistant.
Correct.
That to a lot of the other competitors that are out there.
Yeah, and you gain a lot of strength too, because
yeah.
it's twice as strong as what that Luan would be.
And we're also putting it in the floor, making the floor that much stronger.
Yep, and no floor vents, so over time, you know, floor vents can create a soft spot over time. But for us, with us incorporating the floor vents elsewhere, you just keep a much stronger floor there too.
Nice. You know, these things go through earthquakes every time they drive down the road. So let's talk about the running gear.
Yeah,
what's going on over there?
So at Alliance RV, we have a system called Performance Running Gear. And of course, just like the quality of build, the components that we use, safety is also right there at the forefront of our focus. So we want to give you much more stability going down the road. And a reminder, 101 inches wide, that will track much better on the roads as well. But you're going to get welded V-bracket spring hangers. Your shackle kits, those are twice as thick as what you're going to find throughout the industry. And we're incorporating standard Goodyear tires.
Nice. So you're going to have a great running performance while you're driving this thing down the road.
Yes, sir.
All right. Jake, is there anything else we want to touch on before we jump to the next floor plan?
Yeah. A few last things and then we'll finish up.
All right.
For the 2024 model year, we remapped our basement storage area for every floor plan. So across the board, you're going to find about a 25% increase in that storage. We also incorporated more of like a toy hauler floor, like a coin design right up front. That's just going to protect any of the equipment that would move around during transit. We also added a light bar that spans the whole width of this on a motion sensor. And of course, another thing that we did that our customers have really appreciated is the fact that we're now using our 60,000 BTU on-demand water heater.
Nice, so you can take those nice long hot showers.
Yes, sir.
This seems like the perfect floor plan for me, and it might be for you too. Jake, how can they learn more about this floor plan?
Head on over to alliancerv.com. You could, of course, follow us on our various social media platforms.
Yep, and if you want to find us on social, just search @Alliance RV. Until next time, this is Joe.
And I'm Jake.
We're signing off. See ya. First off, we just want to say, welcome home. This could be your home on wheels.
Except we don't include that on every unit, by the way. So whoever gets it.
But if you do buy this unit, I will send you this pillow.
Correct.
Just let me know if you bought it. Message us on Instagram. All right, let's do this.
Oh, shoot, I thought we were going to use that.
What floor plan is this without that? This is another floor plan. All right, now the... Okay.
And I'll elaborate on that.
Yep, okay. All right.
Yes, sir.
Very nice. And then where are you going to store your food during your travels? But where are parents going to sleep and bathe?
They're going to sleep and bathe? Is there a better...
Optimizing the space for a family. But what's going on? What?
Moving into the bedroom, the first thing you're going to notice up here is moving into the bedroom. The first thing you're going to notice is how much. What were we saying? Moving into the bedroom, and then just start talking about all the. Moving into the bedroom, the first thing you're going to notice is how much room you have on, as well as USB and as well as outlets and USB, which are also. As well as outlets and USB A and C charge ports on each side of the bed. Also, you'll find outlets and USB charge ports on each side of the bed.
You gotta know what's the running. Let me redo that part.
Gear. It's safety among